The Parasite of Thought, a unified theory of self-enslavement, inner judgment, and the kingdom within. Parts 1 to 5. By Shifu Ya Lun Kelake. The Parasite of Thought, a unified theory of self-enslavement, inner judgment, and the kingdom within. My journey into understanding consciousness, awakening, and spiritual unity has taught me one undeniable truth. The greatest barrier to peace is not the world outside us. It is the landscape within. Not an enemy, not a government, not an institution, not an unseen spiritual force. It is something far more intimate, something subtle, something persuasive, something that often masquerades as our own voice. I call it the parasite of thought, an internal pattern of negative cognition that drains energy, clarity, and connection to the source. It is a thought form that disguises itself as truth, yet its purpose is only to distort, fragment, and separate. Segment 2. Origin of the Parasite of Thought. This understanding began with a simple observation. Human beings suffer because they believe they are separate. Separate from each other, separate from nature, separate from God, separate from the source, and even separate from themselves. But separation is not reality. It is a perceptual illusion. In the lecture that inspired this essay, we explored how the mind functions like a prism. A single light enters and becomes many colors. In this way, one unified consciousness refracts into countless individual identities. We appear different, but at our core, we are expressions of the same light. The parasite of thought is born the moment we believe the illusion of separation. It is a cognitive structure formed by fear, trauma, insecurity, and ego, and once created, it feeds on the attention we give it. Segment 3, Energetic Drain. Negative thought is not just an inconvenience, it is a misalignment of energy. Every fearful belief, every shameful memory, every doubt or guilty thought creates a leak in the system. In the lecture, this was described as the hemorrhaging of life force. The parasite thrives on this leakage. It needs your attention. It needs your emotional reaction. It needs your identification. When I think, I am failing, or I am not enough, or they are judging me, the parasite gains strength. It grows not because the thought is true, but because I believe it. Segment 4, Self-Judgment. One of the greatest spiritual traps is self-judgment. Jesus said, "Judge not, that ye be not judged." And most interpret this as a moral teaching, but it is far deeper. Judgment is a mirror. Every judgment I place on another, I secretly hold against myself. The parasite uses this process to create an inner prison, a place where I am both the prisoner and the jailer, where my own mind becomes the courtroom, and I stand accused before an imaginary judge. This is the tragedy of internal judgment. It pulls me away from unity and deeper into separation. Segment 5, Fear Loop. When fear dominates, the world becomes narrow. Opportunities appear as risks. Neutral faces look threatening. The future seems hostile. The parasite of thought is nourished by fear. It takes a moment of uncertainty and spins a narrative around it. A quickened heartbeat becomes, something is wrong. A tight chest becomes, I'm not safe. I lived this fully when I was told I had 6 to 12 months to live. Fear rushed in. The parasite whispered its stories of despair, loss, and endings. But this was also the moment I awakened. Not because I battled fear, but because I stopped feeding it. Fear dissolved the moment I recognized it as a distortion, not a prophecy.